The temperature is great, the lighting is serene, and the iconic Trapper's Cabin calls out from the distance. Hello, Legion. This is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more of the Long Dark in our Against All Odds series, where I am headed towards Trappers, because we had a clear opportunity last episode to go for that prop deer that I've been chasing for a few episodes. But now I think right at the end, I was presented with an opportunity every bit as clear. I almost popped off another round right there. I was presented with an opportunity every bit as clear to go ahead and visit my next loot location, which I would have visited in the previous episode a little bit sooner, but I remembered we had a prop deer to take care of. I had someone ask me in the comments a few days ago, what's my general rationale for skipping over so many prop carcasses? And it's not that I skip them necessarily, it's just that early game, like when I'm establishing myself and making sure that I have a bedroll, making sure that I have tools that I need, making sure that I have made a forge run, I tend to skip them a little bit more early and then kind of come back for them later because they don't go anywhere. If they're prop carcasses, they're always there. But I tend to skip them for that reason because I usually have higher priorities in the early game. I'm a very mobile Long Dark player, which I suppose, like, the most experienced Long Dark players tend in that direction, I would say. And certainly there are Long Dark players who are, like, much better than I am. My focus on my channel is, like, a combination of, you know, teaching intermediate level skill and, like, basics for the game, but also enjoying the story that kind of emerges from the games that I play, including the Long Dark. And so there are certainly people who technically are more proficient as players than me. But with all the years that I've played this game and all the content that I put on YouTube, I think one thing that's clear is that the more you play, the more you learn to just move around. Because especially on high difficulty, if you're not mobile, you're dead. Quite literally. Alright, so there could be a wolf over here to the right, and this slope makes it very hard to see. So I'm keeping as much distance as I can. I can always, if I really wanted to be careful, I could always pop off around. But one thing that's really interesting, and I really mean this, there has not been a single wolf. Ah, you hear that? It's like he heard me. There hasn't been a single wolf visible. We've heard them. I joked about this not long ago in a previous episode. We've heard them, but we haven't seen them. Alright, so I'm not going to Forlorn Muskeg. I know it looks like I'm going to Forlorn Muskeg, but I am not. I'm just going to sneak. No, just kidding. I'm not going to sneak through there. I'm going to come around the back. Anything on the ground? Nope. Any disappearing wood this time? Okay. And now, as I said, we have made our way to the edge. Oh, there's no... Really? There's not a box here anymore. Wow. Loot table reset, everybody. Okay. So, a wolf definitely scared the crap out of me during the meta series at this exact point. Like, right there. So, if you were going to show up and scare me, wolves, now would be the time. Actually, now wouldn't be the time because I'm ready for you. But, anyway, as I said, we are on the outer edge of the zone. Now we're just going to kind of circle our way back clockwise around Mystery Lake. And the first place we arrive, using that as our travel method, will be... Hang on, I'm going to check something real quick. Will be the Trapper's Cabin. Anything? Anything? If you played the Long Dark for a while, you know what I'm looking for. Oh, I think I see one. I already have a maple sapling. And that looks like a maple sapling. It could be birch. And I need birch. But another maple wouldn't be the end of the world. Alright, so yeah, it's another maple. Okay. I'm not going to sound sad about it. So maple are used for a bow, whereas the birch shafts, saplings, and the shafts that you craft from them are used for the arrows. And I haven't seen any At least, I mean, there's definitely birch trees around, and there's birch bark on the ground, and I can actually make the tea now. Yay, haven't forgotten about that. We can actually take advantage of that. Mechanic. It was forbidden to me in As the Dead Sleep. It's forbidden to all of us in As the Dead Sleep. Can't do it. It's not just that you are not allowed to by some unwritten rule set. The game literally doesn't let you. I'm not bitter. It's fine. Everything is fine. Okay, so I'm still going to stay kind of on the outer edge here just to be safe. I do see... Yeah, I'm going to... If I see some obvious birch bark, I'll sneak in and grab it, but mostly going to stay on the outer edge. There's a possibility of wildlife here. Obviously, I'm not prepared for really aggressive wildlife. There's a part of me that's like, what if I found a moose and just like hung out by the... just camped by the trapper's cabin door and just fired off revolver rounds over and over until he died? I'm not going to do that in Against All Odds series. That would be like... my soul would die a little bit, you know? But it would be funny. A small part of me would be highly amused. One really good trick, by the way, speaking of trigger discipline, one good trick for picking up your brass, do it while you're reloading the revolver. Because the revolver's not going to fire while the cylinder is literally not in place. Alright, I'm going to poke my head over here. Let's go say hi to Max. I don't hear any carrion crows, though, so Max might not be around. Oh, nope. Hi, Max. How the wife and kids? Good? Alright, good talk. Bye, Max. Not gonna lie, I was kind of hoping for a bow there. Okay. What do we have? No wildlife of any kind. Oh, wait. Nope, just kidding. There's a moose. Can't do anything with said moose, and I don't want to get too close to it. But there's a moose. No wolves, no bear. I'm not going to try and kill the moose with a revolver. I don't have a death wish. I do, however, want to just peek in here real quick and see if I spot anything useful. Nothing in here. I would love to stand up and see if there's anything in the top. You know, like anything sitting on the ledge there. But I don't want to alert the moose to my presence. But Hadrian, you say? It's a herbivore. It doesn't matter. You see those antlers? Antlers, rather? You see those antlers? They'll murder you. They won't even feel bad about it. It won't actually kill me, but it would break my ribs. And it could kill me, and it's a chance I'm not willing to take. We're only 10 episodes into a new series. So let me just walk right around this moose. Hey, buddy. Step up here. And see what Trappers has for me. Fingers crossed it's something decent, but never any guarantees. At all. And of course it's going to be dark when we get in here too. That's the other thing you got to bear in mind. It's going to be super dark. Alright, workbench, bed. Yeah, so I saw a candy bar there. There is a candy bar. Oh, yep, it's on the bottom shelf. Candy bar.
I can use this.
62% condition. Nice. Let's eat that. We've got enough to rest the night. Nothing on the table. I see a firearm cleaning kit. Doesn't appear to be anything on the shelf. Okay. Nothing in this crate. Sorry, I know it's very dark. Let me check the locker here. Do I have anything that I can cook? I do have... You know what? Here's how we'll get some light. Let's come over here to the wood stove. Looks like there is a cooking pot sitting on top of it. The game's been pretty generous with the cooking pot so far. I can break apart this crate and get 30 minutes of fire from that. Let's select the wood stove. I'll leave the charcoal, I don't care. Cattail head. I have fir firewood, which is nice. I also have another sewing primer I read. I'm not going to use an accelerant. Let's go ahead and start a fire, because not only will this give me the ability to have a torch and light the area.
Come on, little fire.
Well, that didn't work. But it will let me get some looting done before I have to go to sleep here, which I will sleep at Trappers, and then we'll go
Come on, little fire.
back to some of the other areas in the zone that I haven't looted yet. All right, let's go ahead and put fir firewood down. Now let's take a torch, and nice, wilderness kitchen. Now we can actually see. It's a good torch, too. Not too bad. Search drawer. Nothing there. I do see a sewing kit in the back. That's not promising, honestly, because if it's giving me sewing kits, then it's not as likely to give me nicer stuff. And I definitely don't see a bedroll anywhere. There are revolver cartridges there, so that's nice, I suppose. I'll check the first aid kit. Nothing. Nothing at all. Tinder plug. A note left behind. Read text. You won't remember me. The world doesn't stop when the lights fade. This is how it begins. Stay calm, observe, survive. Your father saw this day. Don't believe what you hear. What he did was for a far-off dawn. Maybe you can recall the fire. Your father understood that we dance for our children's children's children. My dear, one day you will feel the voices rise in your heart. Enter a cave and stand until stars appear. Climb the highest peak. Sing when the brutality hits. I'm here with you. The winter winds can only get so cold. Before you get hypothermia and can't feel how cold you are anymore. No, that's a good one. Let's see. I do need to check the safe. Or, yeah. Is there anything else, though, aside from that I haven't? I just want to be very thorough, because this is certainly a location where stuff can be squirreled away almost out of sight. And thankfully the light is helping. Alright, there's no water in there. I'm always tempted to check those basins for water, obvious reasons. But, okay. So let's check the safe. Alright, that looked like about 13 or 14. That's 12. Oh, wow. 12, 11. Well, that's easy first two numbers. 12. 11. The other one might be close to. Tends to be the case in the game when the combinations are very close like that, but maybe not. Maybe not. Yeah, it's pretty far away, actually. 12, 11. There it is. Open. Ragged wool scarf and some cash. All right. All right, so yet another fabled high reward location. Not really giving it up. Unfortunately. Okay, so I guess I'll just go ahead and toss this torch on the ground and totally not worry about the cabin burning down because that's not a mechanic. Let's eat this stale granola bar. I have enough water to get through the night. Is there anything else I can do with the fire? And is there an argument that maybe I need to keep going anywhere? Hang on. Let me take a look at the weather again. Yeah, it's cold, but it's not that cold right now. You know what? You know what? I'm going to keep going. Because I don't have a ton of time, and I think I can get away with this. I already have a cooking pot on me, I think. Actually, I don't. I think my cooking pot is back at the cabin, or back at the office. Which is fine. By the way, I have a bunch of firearm cleaning kits. I very much doubt I need all of those. Let's drop 3 of them. And I'll probably find more. I can drop this newsprint. I'll keep the sticks. I've got a couple of books on me. I guess I'll hold on to those. Decent amount of matches. So 1 hour, 10 minutes. That's good enough. Recycled can. Cook. Cup of coffee. Heat up. Drink. Thank you. Alright, now this torch is not likely to last. With how windy it is. My guess would be it's going to blow out real quick. So I'm glad I got well fed back. That came, yep, there it goes. That came pretty much on time, as expected. But I also am almost out of food again, which is one of the reasons I'm continuing on my march here. So I don't see, there's the moose over there. I don't see a backpack anywhere. That's a rock right there. I normally, there is a backpack in this general vicinity, or there was in the older loot tables, or perhaps on higher, I should say lower difficulties. It's not here now. Now, I have heard wolves in the distance many times, and I haven't seen wolves anywhere in the zone, and I'm narrowing down the areas of the zone that I've actually been to. So, if I'm gonna see a wolf, I would imagine it might be in the next few moments. I'll try to keep my head on a swivel, and if I go quiet, it's just because I'm listening. Yeah, I'm going to stay close to the wall here. Partially because the direction the wind is coming from. If I hug the wall... Yeah, there we go. That's better. That's better. Protected from the wind. Which is in fact what that symbol at the top of the screen right there means. If you're ever curious. You're not as familiar with the game, that's what that symbol that just popped up means. It comes and goes because wind direction comes and goes. And general strength of a gale. Okay, so we're approaching another one of the locations where maybe a prepper cache could be. But again, they've all been moved. What's that? See, speaking of that, if I see something... Those are rocks, okay. If I see something that seems a little bit out of place, it looks like it might be a hatch, you're going to see me do that a little bit more than usual. Because it's one of the things I love about the fact that we're getting all these updates in 2023, is that the world has changed so much from what we've been accustomed to since 2014 and 2015. And there's a very real feeling of unfamiliarity with a number of aspects of the gameplay, which is, I know that sounds like I'm complaining, I'm not. It's beautiful. It's one of the aspects of the Long Dark that, again, I'm always so jealous. I've said this probably in every Against All Odds series. I'm always so jealous of people who are brand new to the Long Dark and to the world because they're finding their way around in these zones the way that I clearly know my way around, some of them at least. Many of them, even. They're finding their way around for the very first time. And it's very intimidating, and it's a rush. It's exciting. I'm going to head down to this hunting blind real quick. There's the bear. Okay, he's far enough away. There are some cattails around this pond too. That's part of the reason I wanted to come down here. But this blind could have something particularly useful. Hi, bear. So those are bear crows that you can hear.
This will come in handy.
All right. Nothing really. I'm standing up just to make sure there's nothing sitting on the ledges. Well, that's a shame. All right, so I'm going to back off. I'm going to stay a little low to the ground for a moment here, obvious reasons. And then as soon as I feel like I've got the slope behind me, I'm going to stand up and pretty much gun it. All right, so the coffee just wore off, but thankfully so did the wind. Yeah, the bear is right there. Oh my gosh. All right, now let's stand up. Oh, that's a giant tree behind me. That's not helpful. Okay, I'm going to cut through here. And if I'm lucky, I'll snag a few cattails as I cut through. Not guaranteed by any stretch, though. Not guaranteed at all. No, I don't see any. And I'm not going to dare getting any closer to that big fella. There's the cave. I can check his cave real quick. Bones. There's usually never any loot. There's usually never any loot in a bear's cave. I can't remember the last time. There might be a few exceptions, but usually, like, you can find loot in caves that don't have bears in them, but if a bear dwells in a cave and you see those human bones, or, you know, they're not human bones. If you see, like, sometimes they are, I suppose, but, like, they're animal bones. You see those thoroughly rotted carcasses. That's usually an indication that that's a bear cave, and you won't see any loot there. Weirdly enough. All right, so we're actually pretty close now to the original lookout tower's location. All right, nothing here. Let's poke our heads inside here and see what we can find. So I will check out the original lookout tower. Although part of me now just wants to sleep for 6 hours because I think by the time I wake up, I'll be in good shape. Food-wise, though, I have nothing to my name. Nothing. Not even any cattails anymore. So that's upsetting. And that's even after the deer. I do have the coffee, absolutely. I haven't forgotten about that. And that'll give me something when I wake up. But I've got nothing aside from that. So I don't like this. All right, let's go ahead. Oh, I know it. There we go. Bed. Let's sleep for, I'm going to say 7 hours. It's not going to give me 7 hours. It'll be more like 6. All right, we are at the very beginning of a day. Unfortunately, it's still a little bit too... There's some cloth. Tell you what, let me rip this up. There's 15 minutes of time. It's also... Yep, that's why I did that. It's also 15 minutes of light. All right, there's a book, stack of papers. Nothing here. Nothing here. Anything under the bed, maybe? Nothing under the bench? I mean, hang on, if I break down the bench, that's 30 minutes right there. And now I definitely can see. Okay, yeah. So here's a metal container. I doubt there's anything in it.
I'm gonna need to eat soon.
I know. That's one of the downsides of what I just did. I just passed time that I technically don't have because I needed to find food. And I was kind of hoping, in vain, clearly, that one of the things that would be uncovered by that effort was something edible. But no such luck. All right, so, I mean, I have the revolver, and we're near a spot where certain furry woodland friends love to hang out. You know, one thing I could also do, I've talked about this a few times, I definitely have enough to make some teas. So I can get some caloric value that way, but teas are so minimal. Interesting, dead body. 2 flights of carrying crows. What are the other ones circling then? Oh, prop deer. Hello. Okay, I feel better now. Polaroid. Heck yeah. So that probably means I have to go up to the top of the cabin, but oh my god. Okay, hold on. It's actually pretty calm right now too. I have, oh my, holy crap, this is perfect. This is what's called a gift from the long dark. Now, of course, I'm just going to burn the cash. Of course, one thing that is very likely here is some kind of change in the weather while I'm doing this. This time, however, I don't have as much of a need for the hide or the guts. I just need the meat, and I can take the meat off a little bit at a time and cook it, which will be glorious. So, tell you what, let me go ahead and get down low to the ground. We're going to put this reclaimed wood on the fire. We're going to pile sticks on the fire, and that should make it nice and hot. Oh, there's actually not a lot of meat on this deer, so it's only going to take 13 minutes to get the whole steak. It'll be 1 steak and then some, but this will be good. Let's go ahead and nab that. This is honestly, this is a gift. I'm not going to worry about the hide and the guts. It hurts me a little bit, but we're too far away from anywhere where that could be a meaningful... Alright, I hear the wolves still. Yeah, we're too far away from anywhere where that could be, like, something I could meaningfully bring back. Or confidently bring back. Alright, so... let's eat this one first. This is 274 calories. This is going to be the big one, though. And this is not even going to be that much. So it's 30-ish minutes until it's ready. How am I doing on water? I'm fine on water. Let's eat that. And now I'm in much better condition food-wise. As soon as I saw the second flight of carrion crows, I was like, wait a freaking minute. Hold on a minute. That just changed the game. All right. Well, I feel a little better now. Still don't have a bedroll, so remember, I can't go too far off the beaten path. So here's what I'm going to try and do now. I need to make it to the logging area, but the first place I want to try and visit, while also avoiding any wolves in the area, which it sounds like the wolves are back here. And since I haven't seen any anywhere else, I'm expecting a high concentration of wolves. It's not necessarily the way the game works, but that's the instinct that I have, and that's what I'm going to prepare for, even if that's not the case. But right here, on the other side of these rocks, is the path up to the old lookout. And I am 150% going to go up there and see if I can find any more gear. If I can swing it, which I don't know if it's going to let me up. There probably is a way over from this direction. I know it's a little bit harder from the far side. Here we go. Yeah, I want to be careful about this. Ooh, I hear a bear too. Alright, so there's a bear up here somewhere. Not sure where, but there is. Alright, up we go. Oh boy. One of my favorite tracks in the game right here. Short and sweet. Alright, so let's put that away. Now that we've thoroughly enjoyed that music for a moment. So here's some nice deja vu for those of you who have not played The Long Dark since the early days. It's going to be a little bit different when we round the corner. Ooh, weather looks like it's clearing. Oh, let me not walk off a cliff there. I wonder if there's a signal, because there's a communication tower here, so like, if I had my equipment with me, I wonder if there's more that I could repair here. I don't see an actual repairable box. Might still be there, though. We'll check in a second. All right. Here's what I really wanted to know. Is there good stuff here? Scrawled message. A memento with a survival hint. We found T stashed in that cave on the upper ridge. So many rounds left holding out on us. So, this cache... Memento key. Nice. So, that is a flare gun cache, I think. And I think the ingredients on the caches are the same every time. Hey, another prop deer. What? A mountaineering rope, too? Ooh. Okay, hang on. I might be cooking that deer in a second. Let me do a couple of things real quick.
If I can drop any of this gear.
Let's deploy this rope. Yeah, we might be cooking another deer momentarily. That's too good of an opportunity to pass up. Also, look, here's more feathers. Where's the third? There it is. All right, let me head another heavy hammer. Really? I already have one. It's fine. It's back at the office, but I've already got one. All right, there is not a box here to repair. You can get up to the top of this thing, by the way. I've done it. I'm not going to do it right now because we don't have time. But I do... One thing I want to do while I'm here, because it seems like it'd be irresponsible not to check. Let me at least, like, get up as far as I can without trying to get up higher. So yeah, you can finagle your way higher than this. It seems like you can't, but you can, and then you can get up to the top level. It takes a little bit of doing. But yeah, normally you get stuck here and then you fall. But, yeah, you can totally do that. So there was a scrub brush back here that I passed. So let's go back over there and get those sticks, because I'm going to need that if I'm going to have another hot fire. I still have, I think, 10 sticks. I might have picked up a few more. Yeah, I still have the 10. Yeah, this is 20 minutes for 7 sticks. Gimme. Alright, so now I have 17. It's not going to be a very hot fire, but I don't need the fire, as we just saw, I don't need the fire to last very long. I just need it to be long enough to cook this thing. So let's get it started. We've got wood matches, cattail head, reclaimed wood. Fine, I'll use the accelerant. I'll use it now because I can really benefit. I can really, really benefit from having this. Okay, it's just going to be one steak, one exact steak. This is like 800 more calories. All right, 56 minutes until ready. That's the only sad thing, is that it's going to take some time to cook. All right, here's the plan. Let's go ahead and... Let's see, we got 2 hours, 10 minutes. Yep. Past time until ready. Eat it. Nice. And now I want to take a torch from the fire. And we're going to hop on this rope here. And the likelihood, by the way, that we're about to run into a wolf down here, I would say is very high. But I wanted to come down this way because this gets us... We don't have to go back down the way that we came, and it puts us a little bit closer to the logging huts, which is our next destination. And one of the last locations that we haven't actually properly scavenged. Oh, I see another oak tree. Alright, so again, likelihood that there's a wolf somewhere nearby. Very high. I'm expecting to see one any second, because I've been hearing them for the past little bit. Acorns. Still haven't done anything with all the acorns I've found. Oh, actually 2 scavengeable, shall we call them pits, underneath that one. Okay, so, alright, there's one right there. I'm not going to go up to that other tree. Let me just start walking this way. Because I want to start heading toward, as I said, the loggers' huts. And they're in this general direction. I'm fully confident there's probably another wolf that I'm walking right toward. As I said, since I haven't seen any wolves anywhere else in the zone, my inclination is to expect them more or less all to be here in this general area that I'm walking into. So I'm expecting 1 or 2 more in the next few seconds. I even thought I heard one just now. Yeah, I don't hear one. Okay, so I'm starting to see logs, which is promising. I am going to step down here real quick, which is a slight backtrack. There's the clear cut over there. There's always a chance for some loot in this general direction. You know, how many torches do I have? Got 1 decent torch. Might as well light it before I lose this one. A little bit of extra warmth. Okay. Yeah, so now I'm going to walk that way in just a minute. But first, I just want to check the ground by this big old rock, because this is a common location for things to sometimes spawn. Not so much on Interloper, but I'm checking anyway, okay? I hear a bear. Or I hear bear crows. Alright, let's back off. And I'm walking this way now. Making pretty good time. So I'm going to push toward those huts, and we'll use that as a stopping point for this episode, but who knows what we'll find in between here and there. And the huts could have some additional food as well. So that's nice. Those prop deer really came in clutch. And we got the cooking experience from those too. Alright, I'm kind of trying to stay close to the edge here to keep an eye on the road. But as soon as I pass these trees that are leaning over me a little bit here, like straight ahead, my destination, see that sign to the right of those signs and beyond these trees? This is my destination. That was a nice bounce. Don't see that too often. Alright. Let's get the gun out just in case. Ah, dead guy. Wasn't expecting that. Heard the carrion crows and I was like, okay, something dead is around here. And reasonably close. Nothing here. Alright, crow feather. Crow feather. Where's the third one? Come on, game. Don't hide it. Don't hide it. I can see the stick. Where's the third feather? Okay. No third feather that I can see. There might be one, but I'm not going to stare at the snow for too long.
This looks big for anything.
Pork and beans. Okay. A cooking pot, which I don't need. A recycled can, which I don't need. But hey, pork and beans, I will never complain about. I'll go ahead and grab those rose hips too. I do, before too much longer, need to make something with all of the medical items I picked up but haven't actually prepared at all. And that also includes the acorns. But for now, I'm going to use this point right here as a save point so that we can stop this episode and continue with the next one where I will check these huts. And then we're going to go back to the camp office, grab our stuff, and head for Milton. Part of me, you know, if the stuff is still curing, I'll probably leave it there and come back for it at some later point. But there is one other location that I want to check before I leave, and that's the other hunter's blind that I haven't looked for yet. So we've been to one, and there was a fire starting book there. That was nice. But there's one more that I've got to check before I leave Mystery Lake. And if I can swing it before I leave, which I might be able to if the weather's good and if I feel like I have enough supplies, then I'll do it. But the thing is, I also need food. And I did just find those pork and beans, which is great. I'm going to eat those. But the thing is, that's only going to get me so far, as we've seen. And I need to make sure that I can keep moving either toward Forlorn Muskeg, which I'm kind of tempted to go ahead and go to Forlorn Muskeg before Milton so that I can go around the far side of the zone, look for some cattails, drop the heavy hammer at the forge, and be done with that. And maybe even do some stuff at the forge. I might be able to. And then go into Milton from there. But the thing is, I don't have a bedroll. There is a bed at that forge, but I don't have a bedroll. And so I'm still just thinking in terms of like not going too far off of the beaten path because I don't have the ability to sleep anywhere I want until I can either find a bedroll or kill for one, which I can't believe I just said that out loud. But, you know, there's that option too. We'll see, because we can't freaking find one, so you never know. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. If it's not your first time or even your second, look for the join button to access unique emotes, badges, and additional perks. Those are the words that I was looking for. New episodes are coming out every day at 1 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time, and comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.